to facilitate getting overhook guard, if I have Ruslan has grips here, yeah, like it's a grip on my lapel here, I'm going to reach across cross side, and I'm going to get my fingers in this cuff here. So I don't want to reach my fingers inside of his gi. That's a DQ in a tournament. It's just a bad idea because you can get your fingers broken. So I'm going to get this cuff. I'm going to create this cuff at the end of his sleeve. This hand is going to come under and on top of my own wrist. And now I have a strong structure or frame here to break his grip off of my gi. I'm going to knee pull. So I'm pulling him with my knees and with my arms and circling this same side arm around his upper arm, opening his lapel, and now I have this grip. This is a good guard for a lot of reasons. One, I've broken his posture, and that's a big part of playing guards, making sure your opponent is not able to posture up away from you, or your submissions are not as available. The second is I don't have to burn a lot of energy to do that, right? So I've just got his posture broken, and I can kind of hang out and figure out my strategy. It gives me a chance to think through things in a way that a more mobile guard, say open guard, doesn't as much. The first move we're going to look at from this setup is, now that I have this overhook, I can open my guard and I can get to the side. And that's pretty essential. As a general rule in guard, whether it's open guard or closed guard, I don't want to just be flat on my back here. I want to be up on my side. So if we have this overhook guard, I want to get up to my side. This foot is going to go to his hip. This hand is going to create the small cuff on the back of his gi, and I'm going to use this motion, pushing the pinky side of my wrist against his throat, against his carotid on this side, and using this hand to pull against the opposite side. So the choke looks like this. There are other submissions available from here, just to briefly go over those. So here, on my side, I can use this knee against the back of his shoulder and start to work an arm bar, right? So hyperextending this arm. Or I can start to push here, pry myself out further and go a triangle choke. Or the other moves like sweeps available from this position. So I'm here, I get out to my side, this foot goes underneath and butterfly hooks on this side. I capture this arm, I'm going to sit up, I'm going to push with my butterfly hook and come up, and here's my arm bar. So those are all sort of a preview of things we're going to look at over the next week or so. From here, his basic move, he has my lapel, cross grip, hand goes under and captures my own wrist, break his grip, I knee pull, and I weave this arm around and over, open up his collar, and grab deep, high up on his arm. From here, I want to get to my side. This foot goes to his hip. This hand comes over and makes this little cuff on the back of his gi, and I'm using the ulna side of my wrist against, if I put your head up here, against his carotid artery right about here. All right, so set feet here and here. Anybody need to see it again? Okay, hands up. 1, 2. There's a bunch of different paths to the same move, but there's some that are less effective and some that are more effective, right? I can just do this and like pull his grip off of me. This is a more systematic approach, right? It's a stronger frame. It's less reliant on me being stronger than my opponent. If I just start grabbing him and pulling, right, that could work. It's not that it couldn't work, but this is requiring less energy expenditure for me. It's a stronger frame. It's a more efficient use of things, right? The other thing is, once I have this broken, I could just sit up and try to get overhooked, right? I've done that before, trying to establish this guard. That might not be the best, most efficient approach, though. If we're here and we have this, and this is unfettered, untethered, one of those two, feathered, tethered, which one? I don't know. Here, I'm gonna pull up, right, and extend him, because if he's extended, that's better for me. Now I can use the knee pull, and now I have all this real estate here to start my move, right? So I'm making it easier on myself. So I can do this move like, and that might work, but it would be better to wire in here, 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 right? It's a more efficient use of our energy. Once we have this, again, just to go over what we looked at tonight, we have that choke where we're creating this cuff here, and I'm digging my wrist against the side of his carotid artery over here and pulling here, right? and I'm bringing him in towards me. We have the punch choke, where we're creating this grip, pushing against his carotid and pulling here. We have the arm bar, we're bringing this leg on top of our top arm. We have the triangle, we're pushing out here, driving to the other side. One other just small detail here, this is when incorporating the system into our game. I've been showing this grip, right? The 4-finger in grip. You can do this like this too, and this is a very strong grip, and you can almost get the armbar just from right here. So 4 fingers out. If I'm, fatiguing, or I'm finding that, I'm in this, but I can't get the move that I want, and I just want to buy some time, I can switch my grip to this and just kind of set here and hold for a little bit. Any questions on that? All right, cool.